lost you one. Will there ever be a second time around? Oh, when the tears are over and the moment has come, say, my Lord, I think I found someone.
Season 1, Episode 9, Into the Woods, aired November 15th, 1991, with a total of 23.1 million views. Everyone is in the living room when Frank walks in, announcing he's called a family meeting to share something exciting. Dana immediately suspects it's bad news. Maybe her mom is getting a divorce. But Frank quickly shuts that down. Instead, he tells them they're going on an old-fashioned family camping trip. Carol's family isn't thrilled, especially Carol. Dana tries to back out immediately, but Carol insists they should try things together as a family. To balance things out, Carol says that if her family goes camping, then Frank's family has to go to the opera with hers next month. Frank's family looks horrified. None of them want to go to the opera. The day of the trip finally arrives, and Carol nervously hands the house keys to her sister Penny. Penny says she already knows everything because she read the list Carol left. She then jokes that while there are weirdos out there, there's definitely one in the house too, looking over at Cody. Cody tells Carol she's going to love Dead Man's Clearing, sharing how the last time he camped there with Frank, he was bitten by a snake and Frank had to suck the venom out. Cody continues to tell more stories, but a nervous Carol stops him, saying he's spoiling all the surprises. In the living room, everyone is packed and ready by the front door. Carol's family is clearly dreading the trip and is overpacked, bringing things to stay entertained. Carol comes in, listing all the food she's bringing, which upsets Frank. He wants to live off the land and tough it out. Once they arrive at Dead Man's Clearing, Frank proudly shares that his family has been coming there for years, and that his grandfather even carved his name into a tree. He brings Carol over to see it, but it's just an X. Frank explains that while his grandpa was good with knives, he wasn't exactly smart. Just then, Karen walks up with a rock she found, saying it would be perfect as a pedicure stand. She says it was easy to find. It was right behind the truck tire. Frank's face drops as he realizes the rock was holding his truck in place. He and Carol run over just in time to watch the truck roll down the hill and flip into the lake. Frank checks the damage and tells Carol it's worse than it looks. The truck is under 6 feet of water. The ranger station is 20 miles away and they only check on campers once a week. Carol starts to panic, and Dana's upset when she overhears they might be stuck there for 6 days. Brennan, Al, and JT join Frank on a food hunt, or as they call it, getting dinner. When they return, Frank's family enjoys the meal, but Carol's family is unsure. Carol tells Frank she's a vegetarian now, and he asks, "Since when?" She replies, "Since lunchtime." Karen refuses to eat the camp food and pulls out a chocolate bar. Dana and Mark see it and immediately try to grab it from her. Carol steps in, stops the fight, and takes the chocolate bar, nearly eating it herself until Frank reminds her she should be setting an example. Back home, Ivy tells Penny and Cody she's worried because Carol and Frank should have returned by now. Penny thinks they might have decided to stay longer, but Ivy's not convinced. Cody starts to panic and decides he has to drive 6 hours to find them. At the campsite, Frank knocks on Carol's tent to wake her up. She comes out very angry as she's had a terrible night's sleep due to the rocks and dirt under her. Frank suggests they take a bath together in the lake, but Carol refuses. She says the lake is full of fish, algae, and a truck, plus it's freezing. She finally admits that she and her whole family hate camping. Frank is disappointed because he hoped they'd all enjoy it. Dana tries to sneak off, but JT stops her. She says she's heading to the ranger station, but he warns her not to go alone. There are bears. Just then, they hear a strange noise, and an actual bear appears. Frank shows up looking for them and tells them not to wander off. Then as he turns around, he jumps when he sees the bear too. Later, the family returns home after being rescued by the ranger. Carol's family is thrilled to be back, while Frank's family talks about how much fun they had. Carol tells Frank she never wants to go camping again. Frank reminds her she's always talking about doing things together as a family. Carol agrees, but says they don't have to do everything together. Frank assumes that means he's off the hook for the opera, but Carol quickly lets him know he's still going, and it's going to be 12 hours long. Meanwhile, Cody is still wandering the woods, completely unaware that everyone's already home, safe and sound.